Hello, my name is Nima Yazdanpanah. I'm a research scientist at FDA, and today I'm interviewing one of our featured speakers from the 3D printing session today at the AIChE annual meeting at Minneapolis. With me is Professor Orlin Velev, an INVISTA chair professor at North Carolina State University. He has established a record of innovative research in colloids and nanostructures with electrical and photonic functionalities. And Orlin has developed new methods for 3D printing with soft silicon-based materials by using inks made from multiphasic liquid-liquid solid systems. Welcome, Orlin.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. So recently there have been lots of advancement and development in fundamental 3D printing and also enabling technology for 3D printing like emerging type of inks. For instance, your multiphasic elastomer ink. Tell us how this idea came to you and what type of multiphasic 3D printing silicon ink is that? A bit of maybe research background.
Well, I very much appreciate this opportunity. So the story of our ink is very much the story of how chemical engineering professors approach new problems. My group is involved in multidisciplinary research. We're interested in multiphasic systems, meaning foams, emulsions, and suspensions. We're also interested in responsive materials, and we're interested in biomimetic materials. Some time ago we had a study on the so-called capillary forces, meaning that we use a small volume of liquid in order to bind particles together. And we developed some responsive materials based on liquid technology of binding particles. And then we were looking forward to what we can apply that towards. And we found that 3D printing, where you need the so-called thixotropic material, where you have to eject a paste out of a nozzle, can be a very good application for this technology. So with a great PhD students and Churo in my group, we started working on that technology. We had to work throughout many different challenges, but at the end we managed to develop this thixotropic ink that we can now inject as a 3D printing application and make elastomeric structures, which I'll show you in a second.
Interesting. And how this ink is different from the other particle containing 3D printing composites, and what's the trick to make it work?
Right. This is also, from academic perspective, this is what is interesting for us, because our ink is different from other inks, because usually what people do is you take one polymer, liquid polymer, and you put particles in order to make it thixotropic, extrudable. Our approach is we take the particles, we put them in water, and then we add a third phase, a very small amount of liquid to make it extrudable. So essentially, instead of having lots of liquid and a little bit of particles, we are using lots of particles and two liquids, and the liquid that is a binder is actually a very small amount. So it makes a new type of things which is very soft, porous, very elastic, very stretchable, and now we can 3D print with that material.
Interesting. What are the specific advantages of this ink for 3D printing, and what unique features enable them?
The 3D printing material that we have, I have a few samples here. It is very, so it can be made also to be responsive binding magnetic nanoparticles, but we have a very soft, very fine, extensible silicon mesh. So we can 3D print with that mesh, we can make it responsive, we can make it very fine, attracted by a magnet, and it allows us to make a new generation of soft structures that can potentially be useful in interfacing biological tissues. So we believe that we can use this technology in order to 3D print maybe directly onto live tissue or maybe into live tissue, and then we can use the magnetic properties in order to stimulate the growth of the cells. So we see potential applications in biological and biomedical type of uses for this technology. We are interested in developing also new type of maybe cell scaffolds, new type of multiphasic systems, drug delivery systems. So this is a specific technology which we're looking forward to find its niche, where it can cover topics that have not been addressed by 3D printing to date.
Great, interesting. I'd like to thank you for sharing your thoughts and your experience with us and with the AIChE community.
Well, I mean, it is great to be at the AIChE. It is really nice to be able to discuss this new technology. So I very much appreciate this ability to present that work.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you.